back to SWGA, Sickle Cell Awareness with Patient Advocate Monica. If you're visiting for the first time, welcome. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to the tribe. Today's video is sponsored by the Hibiscus Study. In today's video, I'm talking about vaso-occlusive crisis, what it is, why it is a critical complication of sickle cell disease, and how it's being managed. Let's get into the video. Vaso-occlusive crisis is severe, painful complications of sickle cell disease because pain occurs anywhere in the body. And that pain is coming through the bones, it's coming through a patient's bone. And that pain could be in your shoulders, it could be in your arms, it could be in your chest, it could be in your spine, it could be in your legs, it could be anywhere in your body that this pain is occurring. And it is so severe that sickle cell patients go to the hospital. They are admitted into the ER because this pain crisis is so serious. And another thing about vaso-occlusive crisis is what is occurring is irreversible organ damage. Your lungs could be damaging, your heart could be damaging, any part of your organs can be damaging. So when this occurs, that's when you know you have vaso-occlusive crisis, because you have severe, complicated pain in your body through your bones. Vaso-occlusive crisis is so critical. It is a critical complication of sickle cell disease. And the reason that it's so critical and so complicated is when a patient enters into the emergency room and the medical professionals run lab work or they do a lot of tests, they check vital signs, and everything comes back normal. Your blood work looks fine, your hemoglobin is fine, everything is fine, but the patient is still in pain. And that's the part that makes it so critical and so important, because what do you do when your lab work is, your hemoglobin is fine, your red blood cell count is fine, everything on the lab work is fine? So it comes into a point where when a patient is asking for pain medicine, that pain medicine is to ease the pain, to explain to the medical professional what is going on. I'm still in pain. I know my blood work looks fine, but I'm still in pain. My lower back is still hurting. My legs are still hurting. So I need something. So they'll give you pain medicine to kind of shut you up or to be quiet or to put you to sleep, but that still doesn't solve or resolve the issue. The issue is that I'm still in pain and I need more than pain medicine. And because it's occurring in the bones, it is so important for doctors to also do some type of bone test, which is like a DEXA scan. DEXA scan is so important for sickle cell patients to have because that it tells the bone density. You could have massive bone loss. That's for another video. It is so important to make sure you know when you're experiencing vaso-occlusive crisis and make sure you let your medical professional know what is going on. I know that you're learning something from this video, and you probably know another person that has sickle cell disease. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you like this video, share this video. If you have not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell for weekly uploads, and we're going to segue into the next part of this video. How medical professionals manage vaso-occlusive crisis. The first thing they're going to do is give a patient pain medicine, because that is the first thing that a patient requests. Can you give me something for pain? I am in excruciating pain. I am in severe pain. So can you please give me something to ease my pain or get this pain under control? And they're going to run tests first, but they're going to eventually give the patient something for pain. And once they give them something for pain, they're going to check their hydration level. Is this patient hydrated enough? Because sometimes a patient is dehydrated and they need to be rehydrated in order to get their pain under control. And while they're doing that, while they're in the hospital bed and they're experiencing this crisis, they're going to put oxygen on the patient. So they're going to put this piece on their nose, and make sure that the person is receiving oxygen, because when a sickle cell patient is in pain crisis, there's a lack of oxygen somewhere in the body. So they're going to put on an oxygen tube to put the oxygen back in the patient body. That also helps with the pain as well. And during the time that the patient is at the hospital, when they're running all this test, one of the things that they're going to do is prescribe antibiotics, because there might be an infection somewhere in the body, and that's why the patient is experiencing this type of crisis. So they put them on. Sometimes they do 3-day, 5-day, 7-day antibiotics. It depends on the level of infection that they think the patient has. It is so important that if a patient has an infection, for them to be treated for that infection itself, or if there's inflammation, it is so important for that patient to be treated for that, because that also helps with the crisis or reduce the crisis. And it's so important for them to do everything they can while the patient is in their care. That is so important. If you know someone that has sickle cell disease and they're experiencing a vaso-occlusive crisis, what's interesting is when most people think of sickle cell patients in crisis or in pain, this is the type of crisis that they're thinking about. If you know someone that experiencing vaso-occlusive crisis, let me know in the comments section. And we're going to do all we can to get them the information that they need and have. So if their medical professionals don't know what they need, we can share this information with them. This concludes this video. Until next time, stay hydrated and stay well. Goodbye. Are you putting on a brave face with sickle cell disease? Hibiscus study are recruiting males and females between the ages of 12 and 65 who have been diagnosed with sickle cell disease, experience 2 to 10 vaso-occlusive crises a year. For more information, go to www.sonarcr.com or call 404-755-2291. Thank you.